Alright, so on to the next one, which is The Empire Strikes Back. Um, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because there is something I need to talk about that I should have talked on the New Hope movie, but since I forgot and I don't want to edit this stuff, I'm just gonna add it in here. So one interesting thing on the original trilogy that I really liked was the Stormtroopers uniform. The variation of it. Like the uniform looks really false, like it's clearly plastic, but on the original trilogy they made some variations on the armor that I really liked. So on the New Hope we can see like a sand uniform because the stormtroopers are in Tatooine, so they had specific specific uniform for that planet. That because like it's a hot planet, and on this one, on this movie, the Empire Strikes Back, they also have specific clothes for the planet they are attacking, which is an icy planet. Um, so we have this scene, which have really awesome visuals. Even more if you consider the year that this was made, the 8080s. I believe that's how they are called, the robot giant dogs. Um, they work really nice in this the attacking scene. Like it's believable. You can look at them um, and forget that you are seeing a movie. So it's interesting. It's also interesting the how the rebels fight against these machines. Like they attach the ropes around their legs, which makes the AT-ATs fall. So it's really nice to see that they could have gone for the easy solution, which would be to just explode those machines, like keep shooting, and eventually they will they will stop working or they will explode. But they went to a more creative solution, which was the attaching ropes to the legs of those robots, which is kind of nice. I like, but it's just a little detail that I enjoyed. So the rebels fight back against the Imperials, and they flee that planet. And now I'll just split the the review um, on on Luke's plot and Solo's plot. So because like the movie keeps jumping between those, not enough to bother me like it happened with Rogue One, but like they still do it a little bit. So on Luke's side of the story, we'll see his training with Yoda, which is something different. As I said in other videos, I started watching it by the prequels and then I watched the original. And on the prequels, Yoda is this very serious and calm guy, and in the Imperial Strikes Back, he's just quirking a lot of jokes all the time, and being annoying, which didn't bother me. Like Yoda got old, and as we all know, old people tends to not bother about what others will think of them. So Yoda is on that age that he just started giving zero fucks about everything. Um, but it got me thinking a little bit, and like I had to, like it didn't bother me, but but at the same time I wanted to know why there is this shift in his personality. Um, and there is like some fan theories, like on the prequels, he have the fate of the entire galaxy in his hands. Like he needs to defeat Palpatine and his clone army, while on the Empire Strikes Back, he just like he not gave up, but he's like he have to worry about his own safety, and he does not have the strength to fight back against the Empire. So there is nothing much to do. So like he does not have anything to worry about. So he's just living his life. Like he does not have the weight of the entire galaxy, the the, the weight of the entire galaxy on top of his shoulders. So he can like um, he can like take a break of all the responsibilities and like be this more lightweighted lightweighted um, human being. um, so yeah, that was the fan explanation for the shift in his personality. um, the training part of this movie, it's all right. Like um, doing a training montage is something that can go wrong in a lot of ways, but on this movie, I think they nailed it. They nailed it. It's not boring, but like it's not rushed either. And there is the cave scene, which is kind of cool, and this scared me a little bit when I first watched this movie. Um, there is this cave that have a lot of dark energy in it, and look ghosts inside of it, and there is the Vader figure on there, and he tries to fight against this figure, and I would say he loses it, because he's still scared about Vader being his father. So yeah, after that he goes, he senses that Han and Leia is in danger, so he goes after them. On right, so that's like Luke's part of the story, and then there is Han and Leia trying to flee the Imperials. Um, the meteor scene I think is kind of nice. It's just again just a little detail that does not help to advance the plot in any direction, but it's kind of nice to have it. Which is the scene that they try to hide inside a asteroid, and then they discover that they are not in an asteroid; they are inside a this worm-like creature again does not help to advance the plot in any way, but like it's a cool detail. Um, so they eventually get to um, Lando's facility and they get ambushed by the Imperials. There is the Vader's appearance on that moment, which I would risk saying that his appearance on this movie is better than the one on the New Hope, because like in this movie he's like all by himself on that dining room and tries to shoot him, but like nothing happens. um, so it's like a more um, menacing um, moment. Like he's just like sitting there in that dining room. The main character tries to shoot him, and nothing happens. Like, and he does not like uses anything else besides the force. Like, he does not pull up his lightsaber. He does not tries to attack any of the characters. They just like shoot him, and he deflects the projectiles, and that's all he does. So I would risk saying that this moment is better than the hallway moment in the New Hope. Um, so yeah, Luke trying to rescue his friends falls into the Imperial trap. There is the famous "I am your father" scene. Luke Ham gets trapped into that block, and yeah, I don't think much more happens. There is one thing that bothered me in this whole trilogy, which are the lightsabers. Uh, I don't know why, but like the lightsabers on the original trilogy are kind of thin, which does not, which they changed for the prequels, and they didn't came back to the original trilogy to like change that. Um, it's not like something that bothers me much, but it's more like that's not how I first saw lightsabers. I saw them on firstly on the prequels, and they are like wider on the prequels. Um, and it's just something strange to see in the originals. But like as I said, it does not bother me much. It's just like Yoda's personality. Um, it's different. It's not like what I used to see. Um, so yeah, Boba Fett does nothing the entire movie, but still manages to steal every scene that he is in, which is kind of funny. Um, but yeah, it's a interesting movie. It's not like my favorite because my favorite is the New Hope one, but it's kind of close. Like if I wanted to rewatch one of the original ones, um, it would totally be the New Hope. I think it's a better standalone movie, but this one also have a lot of interesting moments. Um, The best ones being after we get to Lando's facility, um, all the way up until Solo is frozen. That's like that's like my favorite moment of the movie. Like when they get from the moment they get trapped, like not trapped, but like ambushed by Vader, all the way up to when him gets frozen. So yeah, I don't know if it's already something that you guys can notice by now, but yeah, Solo became my favorite character in the entire franchise, um, which was not what happened the first time I watched this. Like I remember the first time I watched these movies, Anakin and like Vader was were my favorite characters. Like I know it's the same, but like I think you guys can understand. Like Anakin before becoming Vader and Anakin after becoming Vader were my favorite characters. Um, but then rewatching it, I started to like Solo more than any other um, character because come on, he's a cool guy. He he have a giant disc shaped ship that he uses to transport illegal goods. You can't get cooler than that. Like, alright, maybe Boba gets close, but if we have seen Boba in action more on the original trilogy, um, maybe it would be like a harder choice for me to make, like which one is the coolest character. But since Boba just appears, captures Solo, and then dies, yeah, it's kind of easier um, to choose. So yeah.